Hey guys, Mr. Jeffries here and welcome back to Football Manager The Basics. In the last episode I showed you this formation here, FMTB1, which is the 4-2-3-1 with control, mentality and a few other things designed to keep the ball but also probe the opposition. We're now going to go into the next formation, which again, for those of you who've watched my You Don't Want Anything with Kids series, you'll recognise this formation. It's called a 4-4-2 on here, or a 4-2-2-2. I prefer to call it 4-4-2 flying wingers, and you'll see why because of the way these two players are positioned. Playing style, we're also going to go for very fluid. This time we're going to go for counter-attack, and this is for if your team's chasing the game and it's a little too risky just having a lone striker. It's better to have this option. And we're going to go for counter-attack because it's mainly going to be exploited when the opposition are sort of on top of you. It gives you that extra leeway of getting up the other end of the pitch and trying to score. We're not going to mess with any of the back four. We're going to keep them as they are. I actually haven't said that. Change that to a super keeper, and then we're not going to mess with the back four. So they're all going to be the same. In terms of the midfield, we're going to have the central midfielder just here. And then here we're going to have the deep line playmaker still, and that's going to be on the left side. So the left centre midfielder is going to be the deep line playmaker, and that is important because at the top here, the left striker is going to be the right striker is going to be the target man, and the left striker is going to be the advanced forward. No, the complete forward. Not poacher. Complete forward. There we go. The complete forward possesses all the technical attributes of a deep line forward, the goal scoring ability of a poacher, and the strength and power of a target man. Well, actually, I don't really need that. What's a trequartista? Can operate in the attacking midfield or centre forward positions. Advanced playmaker. No. Tell you what, advanced forward is probably the better option actually. Lead the line and look to spearhead attacking moves. So that's fine. Right, duties. The sweeper keeper can support. The playmaker can support. The target man is there to support. And everything else is attack, apart from these, which are automatic, which is fine. This is going to be called FMTB2. And here it is. So, what happens now? The sweeper keeper will get the ball, throw it out to the fullback. Either of these fullbacks. The ball will eventually end up at the deep line playmaker, who then pings a diagonal ball to the target man, who then knocks it down to the advanced forward. Alternatively, the ball can be passed up the wing to the wingers, who then cross the ball in, and the target man flicks it on to the advanced forward. That is the theory. Doesn't always happen, but that is the theory. So what do we do now? More direct passing. We need that. We can still play out of defence. Drill crosses, therefore we look for the overlapping run. Do we work the ball into the box? Yes. And we pass into space. We do run at the defence. We exploit the flanks for definite with this tactic. Play wider. We drop deeper because we don't want to be risking our defence in doing this attack. We stick to positions. So we don't really want the fullbacks. In fact, actually, I have to completely balls that up. Roam from positions because we've got overlapping runs. Therefore, it doesn't work. We allowed the wide players to switch again because again, it keeps the defence guessing. We stand off opponents and we stay on our feet because we don't want to be giving away silly free kicks, especially when our back's against the wall. We do use tighter marking. We play with a slightly higher tempo than normal, but not a much higher tempo, and we are more expressive because, you know, at the end of the day, we're looking for any opportunity to break through. So that's that tactic set up. We're now going to set up our final tactic, which is going to be an incredibly defensive-minded tactic. So we're going to go for 5-3-2 like this. However, I'm going to move this striker inside, It's going to be more like this, and then we're going to have 2 wing backs like that. So it's almost like the smiley face formation, if you want, because that looks like a little smiley face there. It goes down as a 5-4-1, but I prefer to call it a 5-2-2-1, something like that, perhaps. Or even a 3-2-2-2-1. Just because if you look at the lines, imagine there's lines going all the way through here. That's how many you count per line, basically. Right, playing styles. This is a very rigid approach. Defenders are responsible only for the defensive phase, midfielders are responsible only for the transition phase, and forwards are responsible only for the attacking phase. That's what we want here. This tactic can be employed mainly when, say we're the underdogs in a cup game, and we're winning against a big team. We then switch to this formation to try and stop them from scoring. And it's a very anti-football approach, really, to the game. But if it gets the job done, you'll see later on in this series how important cup runs can actually be to your team, both financially and reputation-wise. So having this formation, although it might kill the game off, overall it will help you no end. Right, we're going to go for defensive as well. We're the favourites to lose, in which you expect your opponents to put you under extended pressure. That is the perfect setup for this. Everything here, apart from these 2, we're going to have complete wing backs, because we'll have that little bit of extra flexibility. And in the middle here we'll have the ball playing defender. It stops the opposing attackers from playing and to clear the ball from danger when required. However, unlike standard central defenders, the ball-playing defender is encouraged to launch defence-splitting through balls from deep to generate counter-attacking opportunities. That's what we want. With regards to central midfielders, we're going to have the right side as a box-to-box and a left side as a ball-winning midfielder. Notice it's not a deep-lying playmaker anymore, it is a ball-winning midfielder. His sole purpose, really, is just to stop. He's like the Makelele of the team. He stops the opposition from getting past him. He does, however, have the technical skills to help the team keep possession. So he'll win the ball and then he'll keep the ball. That's his job. Everything else I'm keeping as standard. So the 2 wingers remain wingers and the deep lying forward remains as so. Duties. The wing backs will attack. That's the sole reason why they are there. Everything else is support and defend, with the exception of the 2 wingers which are set to attack. We're now going to save this tactic, FMTB3, and we're going to go into this, and we're going to go to team instructions. Right, go route 1. That's very important, because this is where you're trying to keep the ball away from your defence as much as possible. So pummeling it up to the striker, who can himself make chances, is a very good option. Pass it into space. We'll keep that one. We won't play out of defence. We will pump the ball into the box. We will drill crosses. We will shoot on sight and run at defence. We will look for the overlap. And we'll exploit the flanks. Still. Although, exploit the middle is probably the better option. Maybe. We'll see. We will play slightly narrower, however. Because, although we've got wingers, keep things condensed. It really kills the game if you do that. So we will be doing that. We'll drop much deeper defensively. They'll have no chance to run in behind us. We will stick to our positions, and we won't allow wide players to swap. That is crucial. We will hassle of players, but we will stay on our feet, because we don't want to get silly yellow cards again. We will use very tight marking, and we will employ the offside trap. We will waste time a lot. We will play with a much lower tempo, and we will be more disciplined. So this is the match killing tactic. And yeah, that's basically the end of this episode, guys. I'm going to switch back to this one very quickly. So we've got our 3 tactics set up. In the next episode, I'll be showing you guys how to set up set pieces for each of these tactics. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.